I am Dr. Jesse John, Assistant Professor, Department of Anatomy, Jyoti Vidyapeeth Women's University, Jaipur. Today we will discuss the skin and the fascia. We will discuss the anatomy of the skin and fascia here. Namaste, Hamisha खुश रहो बिटिया. We will discuss first anatomy of the skin and later we will discuss the anatomy of the fascia along with skin. First, we should know the what is are the tissues that present in our body. The tissues is a group of the cells which perform a specific function. There are four basic tissues. These are epithelium, connective tissue, muscular tissue, and nervous tissue. Skin Skin is composed of two types of the layer. First is the superficial epithelial layer. As it is a superficial, it is the outermost layer of the skin, and it is called also the epidermis. And deep to the superficial epithelial layer, there is the deep connective tissue layer. We call it dermis also. Deep to the dermis, there is the hypodermis and subcutaneous tissue. We can say the superficial fascia also. In this picture, we can see the epidermis and the dermis, and there are some structures present in dermis, and these dermis are composed of many type of the structures that are present in the dermis only, and these structure are divided off in epidermis. Deep to the dermis, we can see there are fatty tissue. This is the part of the subcutaneous fascia. Epidermis is a keratinized, stratified squamous epithelium that is the devoid of the blood vessels, and all the wear and tear events happens in the superficial cells. Dermis is a connective tissue that containing blood vessels, lymph vessels, sensory nerve endings, smooth muscle, hair follicles, sweat gland, and sebaceous glands. In its deep part, the collagen fibers uh, are arranged in parallel rows. Here we can see the skin. There are five types of the layers in epidermis, that is the part of the skin, and we have already studied that skin is composed of the epidermis and dermis, and epidermis again composed of five type of the layers, and dermis is composed of two type of the layers. Somewhere the um, conical projection of papillary layer of the dermis will present in the epidermis, then we will say this type of the projection is dermal papilla. Epidermis thickness is generally thin except in the palms of the hand and the soles of the feet. Why it is thickened in the palm and soles of the body? Because these regions they protect these parts and withstand friction, wear and tear that occurs in these regions. Layers of the epidermis. There are five type of the layers. That is the stratum basale, the deepest layer, and out of the basale there will be stratum spinosum, stratum granulosum, stratum lucidum. That's found is only in the sixth scale, and the stratum corneum, the most superficial layer of the epidermis. Epidermal layer. In this pictorial, we can see all the layers that present in the epidermis. Again, these all the layers are present here, and this is a microscopic view, and it is very clear. In last view, we can see all the layers in epidermis very clearly. Now we will see the dermis. This is the dermis, the inner part inside the epidermis, and the vascular layer of the skin, and it is made up of connective tissue. And there are two layers: superficial, we will say papillary layers, thin, and it is present 20%, and it will contain loosely arranged collagen fibers. Then reticular layer, it is the thick layer, and it will compose the 80% of the dermis part, and it is composed of thick collagen bundles running parallel to skin. Now we will see the function of the skin. First, protection from the abrasion, invention, protect from the water loss from the body, and UV protection it gives to the body. Vitamin D synthesis, epidermal keratinocytes when exposed to UV light, it will make the vitamin D and helps maintain health of skeleton by increasing absorption of calcium ion. Sensation receptor for heat, cold, touch, pressure, vibration, and pain present in the skin, so we can sense the all the environmental factor. Thermoregulation, thermoreceptors, and sweat gland presence in the skin. Hypothalamus control cutaneous arteries and sweat glands to retain or dissipate heat. Psychological and social functions, appearance and social acceptance, and facial expression and non-verbal communication. It can happen only by the skin of the face. Now we will see what is the Langer lines. The collagen fibers arranged in parallel rows that called lines of cleavage or the Langer's lines. We can say tension lines. The direction of these rows of collagen fibers in the dermis, it runs longitudinally in the limbs and circumferentially in the neck and trunk. We can see the these collagen fibers arranged in two way, transversely and longitudinally. Longitudinally it will present only the upper limb and the lower limb, and transversely or circumferentially it will present on the our body, mid body and the neck region. Lines of the cleavage. These lines are very important to determine the direction of an incision during a surgery to avoid obvious scars. So we will, whenever we cut the body, we will cut along this cleavage line to avoid any obvious scar because it looks very bad. A surgical skin along or between these lines causes a minimum disruption of the collagen so that the wound heals with a small scar. Conversely, an incision made across the rows of the collagen makes a disruption, resulting in massive production of the fresh collagen and the formation of a broad scar. We can see in both picture there are a surgical incision along with the cleavage line and the surgical incision that will made across these collagen lines, and there is a huge difference between the scar formation in both of the picture. Now we will see the flexor lines that we will call skin creases, and folded skin that will over the joints, that there is the flexor lines, and skin is thin and is firmly adherent to the underlying structures. Capillary ridges, fingerprints due to ridges and grooves present on fingertip, palm, toes, and soles of the foot. Appears in intrauterine life, especially in third or fourth month. It is peculiar to individual, so it used to identify a person. And the underlying structure of the dermis forms a pattern on the epidermis. So these are the papillary ridges that are present on epidermis because of the structure that are present in the dermis. Now we will see the skin color. Due to melanin, a pigment that is present in the epidermis, and carotene, the pigment that is present in dermis, as well as the blood in the capillaries of the dermis. So all these things constitute the color of the skin. Melanin, which is synthesized in the cell called melanocytes, and this is found in the basal layer of the epidermis. Number of the melanocyte is essentially the same in all races. The difference in skin color is due to amount of pigment the melanocytes produce. So the melanocytes numbers that is present in equal in uh, all the people, but the amount of the pigment that is produced by melanocyte it will vary. When skin is exposed to ultraviolet radiation, enzymatic activity is increased and both the amount and darkness of the melanin increase and the skin darkens as a protective measures. Now we will discuss appendages of the skin. Appendages of the skin are nails, hairs, sebaceous glands, and sweat glands. So we will discuss all the appendages of the skin in our next video, and we will discuss about the assignment in the end of this video.